When European scientists first received a platypus specimen in 1799, they didn't celebrate a new discovery. They grabbed scissors and went looking for the stitches. They were convinced someone had sewn a duck's bill onto a beaver's body as a prank. And honestly, you can't blame them. Because the platypus isn't just weird, it breaks the rules of biology so completely that understanding it means rewriting what we thought we knew about how life on Earth actually works. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to find out that the platypus's strangest secret isn't the bill, or the venom, or even the fact that it lays eggs. It's something hidden inside its genome that connects it to the deepest story of life on this planet, and it will genuinely change the way you see this animal forever. Let's start at the beginning. The year is 1799. A preserved platypus skin arrives at the British Museum, sent from the newly colonized shores of Australia. Dr. George Schaff, one of Britain's most respected naturalists, is handed the specimen. He examines it, he stares at it, and then, according to historical accounts, he literally takes scissors to the skin to check whether the bill has been stitched on. It hadn't been, but Shaw still couldn't bring himself to fully believe it. When he formally described the animal, he wrote that it was, quote, impossible not to entertain doubts about whether it was real. Think about that for a second. This wasn't some confused amateur. This was one of the top scientists in the world, and the platypus was so bizarre that it shattered his framework for what an animal could even be. And here's the first thing that really gets to me. The platypus is a mammal. It's warm-blooded, it nurses its young with milk, it has fur, but it also lays eggs, which should be impossible. Mammals don't lay eggs. That's practically the definition of the word. Except here's this creature from a river in eastern Australia, casually doing both. The platypus belongs to a tiny, ancient group of mammals called monotremes, a group so old that they branched off from the mammal family tree before the ancestors of every other mammal on Earth figured out how to give birth to live young. These animals are living fossils. They are a window into what early mammals looked like more than 160 million years ago, when dinosaurs still ruled the planet. Now, here's an open question I want you to hold on to while we go further. If the platypus is so ancient, why does it also have features that seem almost futuristic? We'll get there, because first, let's talk about the venom. The platypus is one of the very few venomous mammals on Earth. The males have a hollow spur on each of their hind legs connected to a venom gland. And this isn't mild venom. Platypus venom causes excruciating pain in humans, the kind that standard painkillers have almost no effect on. Victims have described the pain as waves of agony that can last for months.
It's not lethal to humans, but it can kill a dog. And the venom becomes more potent during mating season, which tells scientists it's probably used in competition between males, not just defense. Here's where it gets stranger. The venom contains over 80 different compounds, and some of those compounds are completely unique to the platypus. They've never been found in any other animal. But some of them are structurally similar to venom compounds found in snakes, starfish, and sea anemones, animals the platypus is not even remotely related to. Scientists call this convergent evolution, where totally separate lineages independently arrive at the same solution. But the scale of convergence in platypus venom is remarkable. It's like finding the same paragraph in 3 books written in 3 completely different languages by 3 authors who never met. Okay. Now let's talk about the bill, because this is where things escalate dramatically. The platypus bill isn't just for scooping up food. It is a biological sensor array that engineers would genuinely struggle to replicate. The bill contains around 40,000 electroreceptors, cells that detect the faint electrical fields generated by the muscle contractions of other animals. Every living creature produces these tiny electrical signals when it moves. The platypus can sense them through water. It hunts with its eyes shut, its ears shut, and its nose shut, completely blind and sealed off from the outside world, and it still finds its prey with stunning accuracy, using nothing but electricity. For scale, sharks are famous for this ability, called electroreception. A great white shark has around 1,500 electroreceptors. The platypus has 40,000. This duck-looking river creature outsenses a great white shark in the dark. But wait. Remember that question I asked earlier? Why does an ancient animal have features that seem almost futuristic? Here's the answer, and this is the one that floored me. In 2008, scientists published the first complete map of the platypus genome, its full genetic blueprint. And what they found scrambled every framework they had. The platypus genome contains genes from mammals, genes from reptiles, and genes from birds, all coexisting in a single animal's DNA. It has 5 pairs of sex chromosomes. Humans have 1 pair, birds have 1 pair. The platypus has 5, and they're arranged in a chain that partially resembles the sex chromosomes of birds, not other mammals. This implies that mammal sex chromosomes, including ours, may have evolved from something like what the platypus still carries today. The platypus isn't just an evolutionary oddity. It is a genetic archive of the entire early history of vertebrate life on land. It carries ancient reptile genes, bird-like chromosome structures, mammal milk genes, and completely novel venom compounds, all in one small, river-dwelling, egg-laying, electricity-sensing animal the size of a house cat.
This is the fun tangent I have to share. The platypus also glows under ultraviolet light. In 2020, researchers discovered that platypus fur absorbs UV light and re-emits it as a blue-green glow, the same kind of biofluorescence you see in some fish and fungi. Why? Nobody knows. It might help them see each other in low light. It might be completely accidental. Scientists are still working on it, but the idea that this already impossible animal is also secretly a glow-in-the-dark river creature is almost too much. So here's where we land. The scientists who thought the platypus was fake weren't being foolish. They were reacting the way any rational mind reacts when reality presents something that breaks all its existing rules. The platypus genuinely shouldn't exist by any reasonable framework, and yet it does, because nature doesn't care about frameworks. It just keeps experimenting for hundreds of millions of years until something that works survives. The platypus survived. It's been quietly swimming in Australian rivers since before the first dinosaur went extinct, and it carries within it the genetic memory of life's longest, strangest experiment. So here's the question I want you to sit with. If the platypus, this one small, improbable animal, turned out to be the key to understanding how all mammal chromosomes evolved, what else is out there, hiding in plain sight, that we haven't looked closely enough at yet? Drop your answer below. I genuinely read every single comment. And if your mind is officially scrambled right now, smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss a fact that makes you question everything you thought you knew about this planet.